I have returned. Hermit bomb the deck. Okay, let's do some tarot. What up, homies? How are people feeling? I feel really good. I went on a nice little weekend getaway. Super last minute, but I needed it. You know, like I'm so used to being alone at home, but I'm not used to going out and about, like an actual intentional trip with thyself. And it was good. I usually always had to have somebody come with me or like work that type of agenda around instead of just being like, you can take your damn self. I recognize. So the Six of Wands is all about recognition. It's all about finding who you are within and showing up in that most authentic expression based on your knowing. Because like if you know, let's say you know hockey like the back of your hand, or you know how to do your job at the back of your hand, well, you're recognized for it. And I feel like right now in the collective, we all are recognizing certain attributes about ourselves that maybe were dormant before, but now we're having the courage to really see it. Because the Seven of Cups, this is about illusions. But when it comes out reverse, it's reality has clicked in. You're recognizing the falsehoods in many of your relationships and your projections. And I feel like in a world that has gone completely cold when it comes to authentic relationships, the best thing that you can do through any kind of relationship you've experienced is just love. Choose to love even if you're not receiving it. It doesn't mean they're in your life, but you know, I can always give my parents love, even though it's not balanced. But what that does for Emily is I never lose that emotion. I'm always embedded in love, even against the people who have wronged me. And that was my revelation this weekend, was, you know, just reflecting about my life's journey and like my most recent ex of like on and off for 4 years. And, you know, just, yeah, man. Like, people will sit at home. They will create circles to hate you. Gossip, rumor. Meanwhile, they know that they're in the wrong. But God forbid that you expose them for who they are. So you are alienated. You are casted out for being your true, authentic expression because people didn't want to heal. They didn't want to take acknowledgement of how their actions really hurt people. So a lot of people, what they do is they'll put their heads in the sands and they will not even acknowledge that has even happened, and they'll just move on. Well, no, you're creating energetic dis-ease because you're not dealing with it. So instead of being like, you know what, I fucked up, they fucked up, you know what, I can't seem to get along with my parents, so I'm not going to sit here and resent. I'm not going to sit here and feel the lack of love I never received, because at the end of the day, I am my own reflection. So I'm not going to give the power of resentment, the power of betrayal, the power of not being enough to something that truly never was meant for you. And like, even though that's a journey that we have to eventually come to know, for me, that was me. That was my weekend. I recognized the illusion that, you know, like I could sit here and block my true expression, which is love. Only because these people hurt me doesn't mean I don't have to not love. And that's what grief does to you. That's what trauma does to you. That's what betrayal does to you. Eventually it turns you off. It makes you fear love, or it makes you think that you have to show up in a different way in order to receive love. When the biggest act of love is you just being you. I hope that makes sense. Like, and yeah, like I'm tired of fighting. for acceptance. I'm moving away, man. I'm like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm not here. Because I'd rather be in an energy of prosperity than in an energy of welfare. And what welfare to me is how I eternally operate on this planet. How I internally perceive, no matter what has come against me, in silencing the opportunity for me to love. Because my friends, everything in my life has been built to disconnect me from love. Period. Okay? Like, man, get out of here. I don't want that shit. Because when we know that we're love, then we are a frequency of love. We don't carry knives around. We don't carry resentments. We don't carry lack. We don't carry competition, envy. We just exist. It's an energy of existing through having no fear. And how we overcome fear is we just show up as ourselves every day, even if we don't know who that person is. You know what I mean? Even if you don't even know who that person is, man. All I know is that I am love. Fulfillment, home skill, it's like there's me in all my cups. Because how interesting. When I chose to walk away, or when I chose to accept love, so I'm like, you know what? All your negative ass energy, I'm just going to love you, and I'm going to turn away and walk. I'm just going to go into the wilderness. You know, it's not your status quo. It's not me overriding who I am to stay within a relationship. It's not overriding who I am to feel the abundance that my maternal parents offer if I follow a script. Or do I manifest my own abundance through who I am? Through healing the ego deaths of money, healing the ego deaths of not being enough, healing the ego deaths of showing up, making these videos, being ostracized, mocked, but still coming back every time. Because I recognize love, and I love how I feel, and I love how I perceive. I love Emily. Oh my gosh, on the deck, returning to your roots. Because that's our roots. Our roots is love. Our roots is childlike nature. You know, one time I walked up to this chick because I liked what she was wearing, and I was like, hey, and she's like, hi. I was like, how old are you? She's like, 33. And I was like, I'm 33. And she's like, okay. I'm like, do you want to be my friend? And she's like, but that's me, man. Like, that's how you live a life. I have no fear. Like, if you want to embrace me, if you want to share some time with me and have an experience with me, because I think I'm cool, then let's go. If not, whatever. I'm going to be okay. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, we feel that we need a community to feel safe, but the most power is achieved in isolation. The most power is achieved through not needing the validation of looks, lust, status, and just following the currency of love. However that love looks like in your life. But for me, like, I had to lose everything that I thought was love to find love. Right? And some souls have to go down this path to really break the chains that our energetic remembrance carries, right? Our DNA carries 16 generations, homies. 16 generations. That's what generational trauma is. Our DNA. And we have dormant DNA, which scientists call junk DNA, but that junk DNA is actually spiritual wisdom. It's celestial. It's a remembrance. It's the age of Aquarius. Split the deck. Woo! Empress, baby! I am full of fertile love and energy. Yes, I am. Because, man, every time a bubble of fear arises, I disconnect my brain and I go right back to my heart. I'm like, I am love. I have no fear what arises. I know that I am worthy of the highest possible life experience by just showing up as Emily Beckett every day. One more time. Wow, the lovers. What did I say? Love you guys. Much love.